Hi, welcome to Simple Logistics. Today I'm going to explain to you what is 3PL, 4PL, and LLP, which is very used in the logistics industry in general. So without further ado, let's see what this means. So first, we have the 3PL. So 3PL means third-party logistics. It's a third party, obviously. It's another company that you hire to make the logistics, usually warehousing or warehousing and transportation for your company, usually outbound distribution transportation. Okay, so transporting warehousing and transporting the finished goods to deliver to the retailer. This usually is what third-party logistics means. So it's an outsourcing of the company's logistics, especially outbound logistics, sometimes inbound, but usually outbound logistics. The term 4PL means fourth party logistics. So it's a company specialized in logistics that will supply you the know-how, systems, sometimes servers, to manage some other third party, usually transporters, a logistics company, a public cross-docking, a warehouse, these kind of things. So the 4PL manages primarily information, electronic files between one company and the other, and sometimes it manages the contracts with the transporters and the warehouse and the cross dock. So it makes sure, it guarantees that the products are going to be delivered on time with the required quality and within budget. So usually they have the budget is agreed in the contract. So the 4PL has to manage all the other third party to achieve these contract goals. And a term which is kind of older, not so much used anymore, but sometimes you can find it in literature, for example. So let's go with it. It's the lead logistics provider, the LLP. The lead logistics provider is obviously a logistics provider that has some assets. It's not a lean provider like the 4PL. It's a provider that has some assets. It manages and executes most of the company's logistics of what was outsourced, and subcontracts some parts of the distribution, for example, some parts of the transport to other companies. So it will use its assets for the core logistics, or for a big portion of the logistics. It will do with its own assets. And where it doesn't do, it will subcontract another third party. It will manage, it will be responsible for the service quality, but it's another company that's going to execute the work, which is, I can say, secondary. So this was very common. This is still common because you have these large logistics providers, these large logistics companies that they have many assets. But sometimes if your distribution is very spread throughout the country, or if you have a large global presence, no company can do it all. So they will have to subcontract part of the work to make it all work for you. So LLP, this is still a thing. So although it's not very mentioned anymore, but it is still a thing. Okay, and it's good for you guys to know all these terms, and most important than what you call your provider is how you manage the relationship with the provider. So it's very important to have a well-written contract with the provider, or a well-written purchase order that makes clear what are the responsibilities, what are the targets, what are the goals of this relationship. And it's very, very important that you have a way to measure key performance indicators to make sure that the provider is doing a good work, and you guys have worked and set some targets to be achieved in X amount of time. So these will make work with the providers a lot easier. Okay? Okay, that was all for today. Thank you, and please come back to our channel. Okay? Thank you. Bye.